have this ready and queued up. Do we have volume on it? We do. Okay, here we go. Sit still and relax, everyone, because the show starts in 3, 2, 1.
We ran into trouble. Batman was there, and
I know all about it. He didn't get all the diamonds.
No, sir.
Our next job will be better planned. A shipment of industrial diamonds is leaving the Gotham City Airport tomorrow morning. I'm going to get those diamonds, and no one's going to stop me. Not even Batman. I shall publicly defy him.
Let's be really honest.
The morning stream. There's a snake in my boots.
Welcome back, everybody, to TMS, the morning stream for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020, the day before New Year's.
Sure. New Year's Eve.
Yeah. I don't know. Nothing to celebrate yet, guys. Don't do anything. Just hang out for tomorrow and then do all your drinking at home.
One more day of 2020, and then somehow magically, when the clock strikes midnight on Thursday night, Friday morning, everything in the world will all of a sudden magically be better. It'll be amazing. We could,
Yeah, why not? I'm Scott, by the way. That's Brian.
Oh yes, just in case you were confused.
Yeah, if you were confused, I have a question for you though about the New Year's. So, do you have drinky plans? Like, what kind of are you gonna? Do you have a box of something you can't wait to crack open and?
No, not really. I mean, we have wine. I joined this thing. Thanks to Jigger Dad in the chat room, Paul Guguri. That's why he goes by Jigger Dad. He set me up with. It's a really awkward thing to say too, because you don't want to mess it up.
Oh, Jigger Dad, don't screw that one up. My gosh,
yeah,
be careful.
He set me up with which is not a hard thing to set me up with, but it set me up with this thing called Naked Wines, and it's this service that you help out fledgling wineries that aren't like the big, the Coppolas or the Franzens or the things like that. And you're helping out these smaller wineries with kind of angel investments.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I pay $40 a month. And then that money goes towards a box of wine when I've amassed enough payments. So basically, I'm saying, here's $40. Hold on to it. Do what you want to do with it. Give it to the wineries. And then in a month or two, when I've got $80 or $120, I'll say, give me a ginormous box of wine. And we received a ginormous box of wine a couple weeks ago, and we're going to have some of that for New Year's.
That's perfect. That's perfect timing. So kind of it's.
By the way, if anybody wants to join it, let me know, because I'll give you a code and you can get $100.
So it's a little like Blue Apron for wine, kind of, except you're not getting it every month.
Except I don't have to stomp the grapes and make the wine myself.
Oh, that would be cool. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, then you wouldn't need them. You just make your own wine. Go buy your own grapes.
I've lost audio from you completely.
Oh, that's not good. Why is that happening?
I can't hear a word you're saying.
That's very weird. All right. Well, let's figure out what's going on there. We lost audio from Brian.
I can't hear you. I'm going
to exit this, and then we're gonna open this, and you guys can watch how the cheese is made here at the cheese factory. We'll see. There we go. Can you hear me now? No, he still can't hear me.
Well, Discord's frozen.
Yeah.
And now you're frozen.
Yeah, I tried. I did, and you still can't hear me. So restart Discord there, Brian, and maybe he'll see that text information. Maybe he won't. This has been a great show. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a happy New Year. All right. Hold on. Let's see if we can figure this out. I will text Brian on the text machine. We shall. Yeah, he's frozen. That means his internet has gone the way of the shitbird. That's a nice place to. Wait, how do I? Okay. There. He's frozen looking at his head. That's what we wanted, and that's what we got. He appears to be internetless. Hello? Can you hear me? Tried to reboot Discord, and you still couldn't hear me. I currently see this. All right, I'm sending this to Brian. Don't worry, everybody. We'll resume here shortly as soon as Look, you guys. That's the dumbest picture I ever captured. Look at this. Why is that funny? Why is that freaking funny? All right. Well, we'll wait until Brian comes back. And his internet should come back shortly. I'm currently talking to him via text, which means we are on his phones. Oh, there are two of me. One of them is slightly delayed. Ma. Okay, any minute now. No worries. Oh, he got like a forced reboot. That's weird. So it wasn't his internet. It was some kind of crash. Like a kernel crash, you know? Those kernel crashes where Colonel Sanders is in his car, drank a little too much, veered off the country road he lives on, and slammed into a moose. And then scooped up all the moose gore and used it in his chicken. And then we ate it because we're suckers. That's what happened. Colonel Crash. Country roads didn't take him home to the place he makes chicken. All right. Brian is now saying, in as soon as I can be. All right. That's a good sign. Should see him shortly. I guess I could pause this video. I am doing that.
Stick.
Yeah, you never know when Colonel Panic's going to show up.
That's right. So
right.
I'm back in, and sorry about that.
It's all good. Do your linky to the stinky, to the
I will as soon as I get Safari back up. I don't know why, but everything else loaded just fine.
Maybe Safari caused it.
It could be. I don't have a bunch of tabs open. I know that's going to be your first question.
Hey, Brian, you have 800 tabs open?
How many tabs do you have open there, Brian? You get a lot of tabs open?
We were just watching Cheers here at the house the other night, me and the kids, and I can't watch Cliff without hearing you do his impression. It's really hard.
Good. Then I've done well.
It's uncanny. It's very good.
Yeah, I think what I need to do is not have the Logitech G-Hub thing.
G-Hub, yeah. I made that stop running automatically. I hate that thing.
Yeah.
It's got problems.
I think that's it. I think that's the problem.
It has issues. It's a little buggy.
Here we go.
You think it's bad here. It's even worse on PC. That thing is a nightmare on my PC. It's real bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a bummer because I like the control, I like the mouse, and I like the keyboard. I just hate the software that comes with it.
Yes. All of the parts it controls, awesome. Love their hardware, always have.
Yeah.
Their software, buggy as hell.
Yeah.
Get on that, Logitech. Or you're calling yourselves Logitech again. You tried to go Logi for about a year and we all hated it.
Oh, yeah, Logi, that's right. Logia.
So dumb. Robert Loggia. Okay, I see.
Let me in the meeting. Let me in the meeting.
The heck do you mean? I ain't
Let me in the
cooperating,
meeting.
Wade. All right, I'm pulling you in. It says I am. Why aren't you showing up? Hold on.
Because crap's going slow. I don't get it.
Do you run it through the app or through your browser?
Through the app.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Let me try again because it.
here, you know what? I'll get out too. Maybe it just needs to reset that.
No,
whole
I think
call.
it's me.
Is
It's
it you?
definitely me. Yeah, you stay put.
I'll stay put.
You
I'll
stay
where I
put,
am.
Johnson.
I'm not moving an inch.
Okay. Is it letting me in? Or is it?
Yep. Hitting admit.
Okay, good. The problem was that it did that stupid thing where after a crash, it reopens everything that you had open. Yeah. So it reopened Zoom, and then when I clicked the link, it tried to open, I think, a second instance of Zoom. Oh, the meeting has been ended by host.
Hold on. Zoom just farted.
Okay, that one wasn't me.
No, that wasn't you. Zoom had a conniption. Okay, so you may have to enter again.
Yeah, I'm entering again.
Okay. It's my wedding night. Heard that a few times. I'm entering
Wow,
again.
really?
Yeah.
You may have to enter again?
Yeah, I may have to enter again. Open the pod bay doors.
I think we've been missing out focusing on my prom night. I think we need to
Oh, yeah, the weirdest thing happened the other day. So this kid who's like elementary school class I taught when he was like in 6th grade. I taught an art course for them. Here it is. I'm admitting you. Found out the other day that he's 14 now and he listens to Film Sack, and I was like, oh man, what kind of stuff do we say on Film Sack?
Right. Oh God.
Okay, you're back. All right. I'm gonna start the recording again, and then we're gonna go as if nothing happened. Not really. We'll probably mention it. Okay, we're back. Brian had a little bit of a glitch.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
It happens. We've had worse. But you're back, and that's all that matters, Brian. It's all that truly matters.
For the most part, yeah. Hey, tell me, you hear, if I do this.
Uh-huh.
You heard that, right? Like a breath?
I heard a flip, or like a blip.
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
good.
I did
Let me do it this way. Do you hear this?
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I do. I tell I hear
Okay.
it. Oh my goodness.
Okay, good. Oh my goodness.
Okay, good. That must be something to do with the game we're about to play.
It is, yeah.
Real quick before we get there, I just wanted to make one final mention, and then we're going to call Dunaway, and then we're going to let you guys win some prizes. I watched Fifth Element with my wife last night because it was kind of a weird moment where she was just flipping around Netflix and went, oh, let's watch Fifth Element. And that's a rule I have, that if the Fifth Element's on, I just watch it. So,
but it's on streaming, so technically it's always on.
It's always on. You're right, unless it's not streaming, but it is right now. Yeah. And so she played it, and I'm like, I'm sitting down to watch this. So we did, and as we tore through that movie and enjoyed it, always love Fifth Element. It's a great movie.
Yeah, it's
great.
It's totally one of my. I can't even call it a guilty pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's
just
like
a pleasure.
If it's on, I start it.
Yeah, there's no guilt involved. It was also the first DVD we ever bought back in like '98 or something. $38 or some stupid price. But anyway, we were watching the Fifth Element there, and it came to my brain how many people who are in it who have died in the last like 12 months. And I know that's a little morbid, but
it's weird for something. That's a weird thing for you to think about.
Yeah, how weird of me to think of this.
Weird
yeah.
that's where you would go. Huh?
Weird. But here's the thing, though. Think about this. Last time we saw it, or when we saw it on Film Sack, there were 1 or 2 of these. But since then, the numbers have piled up. Ian Holm passed away recently. Luke Perry died tragically of a heart attack. Tommy Tiny Lister, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Brian James, a couple years ago, or some years ago. Like, everybody there's always somebody on screen in the Fifth Element who's not here anymore.
Be careful crossing the street, Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, watch it. You too, Bruce Willis. You be careful there, buddy, or the lady that pretends to be your mom that calls him. Why don't you call your mother lady? Anyway.
Yeah. Here's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be just like the Poltergeist thing. There's a curse on the Fifth Element.
I'm surprised no one has already claimed that, because technically there are more deaths on the Fifth Element than there were on that supposedly cursed thing.
But the deaths after Poltergeist all occurred, I think, within 5 years after that movie, and we're how far are we away from the Fifth Element? Was that
97? So
yeah. So I mean, we're 23 years away from that.
Jeez. So 23 years, dude.
23 years.
I had a newborn.
Super green.
Carter was a newborn. She was like a 6-month-old when we went to see that movie. Weird.
Wow.
Someone in the chat room was just informed that who is it? Identity 4 says, what? Tiny Lister is dead? I know. If you didn't get the news, yeah, it's sad. He was rad, that dude. President of the universe, man. He's so cool. And not only is he cool in Dark Knight, he literally saved Gotham. Forget about Batman. Forget about anybody else. Nobody in the Gotham Police Department. Batman himself. None of your protagonists in that movie saved Gotham. Who saved Gotham is this prison inmate on that boat who decides to throw the detonator out the window. Yeah, that's right. Tommy Tiny Lister does it. Saved Gotham. Who else can do that? No one is my answer.
Right.
The Joker got screwed. Yeah.
Benjamin 006 says Brian James died in 99. I thought he died like just a few years ago.
No, Brian James was quite a while ago.
Was it that long ago? Yeah, 1999, August 7th.
We love that guy. He's great.
Time to die.
Yeah, he only lived
Wake up.
He was only alive like 2 more years after he made this.
Yeah,
a real bummer.
Yeah,
he's very. That's the other thing is my takeaway. There we go. My takeaway from the movie last night and that viewing was Brian James was a national treasure, and we don't think enough about his awesome career. He's great.
It's true, and he was not as much of a contributor. I mean, he got frozen in the refrigerator with I
mean, he's kind of around. He's around more than you remember. Like all the stuff where the president's watching the stuff go down, trying to figure out what to do. Yeah. He's
Brian
always
James
there for
right
that.
next to him. Yeah,
he's there at the end when they come up and try to find out what they're doing in that little tube. They're having the sex in there. Is what they're doing.
Right.
He's just great. I just love him.
Mr. President, maybe we hold off on that call to Bruce Willis. He's currently getting it on in a rocket tube.
With that horrible, I don't know what music it was, but some bad like metal.
Oh,
singing.
Isn't that where the Peter Gabriel song starts?
Is it a Peter Gabriel song?
Yeah, it's a Peter Gabriel song at the end.
I don't like it very much.
A little light,
Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because it's got the. Oh yeah. It's got the. Right.
Right. Yes, I'm trying to. What's the name of that song? It's
find out for me. I gotta know. Because I thought it was somebody else. It didn't sound.
Little
like
Light of Love.
Oh. Okay.
Produced. Oh, I didn't realize it was co-produced by Thomas Dolby. Wow.
Whoa! It blinded me with science right then. Well
That's
done.
right. Yeah.
Well, now that we've gone that far and talked about that thing that we just talked about, let's get Dunaway in here.
Okay.
All right. I'm in the mood for a game, and today is no different.
Today we have a game.
We have a game. That game is played with 3 healthy men and a caller of ill repute. Nope, that's not true either. All right, hold on. I just realized I don't have this set up right. Okay, there we go. Plus, Dunaway hasn't answered yet, which should be any second now. One would hope. There we go. We got
God,
audio.
it's so warm in here.
Yeah, why is it so warm? What's going on?
It's warm in here. It's getting hot in here.
So take off all your clothes. Okay. Why is my memory so good for like stuff like that, but then terrible for other things? Like all you had to do was say that, and then I knew the next line was take off all your clothes. What's up
Exactly.
with that? I don't
It's
get it.
getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes.
Oh, this song is not that song. Let's do this. It's time for us to play a game. It's either Battle Royale or something like it, and we're going to find out here in a second. But first, we need to welcome our recurring competitor / guest, Mr. Brian Dunaway. Hello, welcome.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, Brian.
Kind of quiet.
How
I'm
are you
turn him
guys
up a
doing?
little bit.
Come a little quiet, yeah.
I'm
I'm
turn
a
him
little
up.
quiet. That's fine. That's intentional.
Okay.
I am every time I record with Scott now after his complaining last night.
Yeah.
You always change your settings. I decided to go 75% across the board, then adjust, and then write down each thing. So that is 100% on this microphone.
There we go.
Do
I
not
will turn
ever
you
touch
back
your
down.
end again.
Okay. If you're
I
at
just spent some
100,
time touching my end.
yeah,
so,
I touched my end as well, but just the tip. Here's the thing: if you're there right now, if you're at 100, you're at 100 on this end, and you sound perfect. Don't change it. You sound great.
Well, I remember I talked to you
Until
on two different. Yeah, I talked on you 2 different microphones, but you only have one setting. So I'm trying to make those microphones match, even though they're not the same. One's a headset.
I don't mind adjusting myself.
trying to
When
create a little
You
parody.
I try to make it easier.
Yeah, I understand.
parody?
Well, time for us to play a game. This is going to be great because Brian Ibbett rather prepares these rad games, and to do it though, we need a listener to participate. We have one right now. Let's find out who this is. Hi, thanks for holding. Who's this?
Hey, Scott, it's Chad, Hatch for short.
Hello, Chad.
Hey, Chad, how you doing?
So wait,
Hey,
Hatch.
yeah, what's going on, guys?
You say Hatch for short? That's cool.
Hatch for short.
Hatch
yeah.
for short.
All right.
This is Chad Hatcher, right?
That is correct.
Let's get now your address
So you're-
and your
So
phone
you're
number.
Hatch for short.
Last 4 of my
Mayor
social.
address.
Yeah.
I had drinks with Chad in Union Station in downtown Denver, Colorado before all of this wacky pandemic
Oh.
nonsense.
Y'all didn't start the pandemic, did you?
No.
We did. He brought it. I spread it here in Colorado. And
Yeah.
Sweet.
They didn't start the fire. Well, anyway, Chad, it's good to have you here. I wish I'd have been there because who knows when I'll see you again, but hopefully sometime soon. In the meantime, we're going to play a game where you might win some prizes, and Brian will explain the rules.
That's right, Scott. Welcome to What's Your Nerd? I've interviewed a member of the Tadpool and asked them 9 questions in a subject in which they consider themselves nerdy. Scott and Brian will take turns predicting whether or not our guest will get those questions correct. If they predict correctly, they receive a point. The first player to 5 points wins the game. Chad, your job is to choose which of our 2 hosts will more accurately predict our guest's knowledge in their specified category. If you're correct, you win our prize package, which includes Still There? No, that's a game that's BioCow asking me if I'm still there in Nightbot.
Oh, finally, it's on Steam in early access. Great, that's great.
Still there and struggling, which I just realized what a funny pair of games to give somebody.
I know, right? Still there and struggling
Wow.
into 2020.
Still there and struggling. So happy 2020 to you. All right, so let's go ahead and meet today's special guest and find out what's their nerd.
All right.
Welcome, Amy Robinson.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. This sounds like so much fun.
I'm excited to have you here for What's Your Nerd, and I think this ought to be a really good set of questions. First, tell me, what's your nerd?
My nerd is John Hughes movies.
Because I've written 10 questions about John Hughes movies. We're going to see how you do with your knowledge on What's Your Nerd. You all ready to go?
I'm all set. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, so we've got
Love Amy.
I like
She's
that
awesome.
you asked, y'all ready to go?
Y'all
You
ready
know,
to go?
Amy's a Southern girl, isn't she?
Yeah.
y'all ready to go. I
She's
didn't
awesome.
even
Amy's awesome.
make that connection.
She's been around forever in the community,
She
and
has,
she's
yeah.
just an
I
amazing
mean, it doesn't.
person.
We're not saying she's old.
No,
She
no.
has been around forever.
No, you've been around forever, but you're no fossil. Okay, all right.
That's right. Now I can't remember who won last time, but
We
before
all
we
won.
We all won.
This is
We
true.
were all winners. Yeah.
But Chad, who do you think is going to better predict Amy's knowledge of John Hughes films?
I told Dunaway I wouldn't defy him last time because I chose Scott, but I think I'm going to go with Brian this time. And Scott, sorry, I know you know all these 80s movies too. So I think
Cool. All
Brian is going to win this one. Scott, you can go first.
All right.
Scott can go first. Okay. All right, Scott.
Yeah.
I asked Amy the following question. Easily his most frequent collaborator. Name the 6 John Hughes films that feature John Candy. Did she know this? Do you know this? Do you want to take a stab at
There's 6 of them. That's actually
There's
a little
6 of them.
surprising because I do. Now this counts anything he directed, wrote, produced, right? Like,
directed, wrote, produced? Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
Then I'm gonna say. Oh, there's one in there that sucks.
What? Which one? What? And does it affect the outcome?
This doesn't affect your points or anything. I'm just seeing if you know the 6.
Well, then I'm gonna get heat from people who it's the one where him and Dan
Aykroyd?
I almost said Marino.
Dan Marino, yes.
You know, him and Dan Marino. Dan Aykroyd were the camping one. What's it called? The Great Outdoors? Is that it?
Oh, you don't like the great outdoors?
I hate the Great
Even
Outdoors.
the big bear that chases me?
Yeah, that one, and I really hate the one where he has the penis nose that we saw for Film Sack.
That's Roxanne, and he's not in that.
No, not that. The Roxanne didn't have a penis nose. Or Steve
Yes,
Martin
he
didn't have-
did.
No, he didn't. He had a long nose. It wasn't a penis nose. In the movie I'm talking about, where he was the judge and Chevy Chase.
Oh,
was
you're
in it
talking
and
about
all
Dan
that.
Aykroyd, not John Candy.
Yeah, well, no, Dan Aykroyd and John Candy
He's
are
talking
in
about
that
both of
movie.
them.
They're both in that
Yeah, he was the
movie.
brother, right?
Right. I don't know. Oh no, was he the brother? Well, whatever. He was like the sheriff. But
Right.
Dan Aykroyd had an actual penis nose.
If it's like, we missed the point.
Nothing but
of
trouble.
this
That's the movie.
contest
Nothing but
entirely.
trouble. But that's not a John Hughes movie. Okay, to get to the point, I'm going to say that she didn't. There's got to be one she missed. So I'm going to say
Okay,
she
you're going
didn't.
to say that she does not get this right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's listen.
Oh, okay. All right. So Uncle Buck is definitely one.
Not that one.
The Great Outdoors is another. Wow, there's 6 of them, really.
Oh.
Okay. That seems like a large number. I'm thinking of all the John Candy movies.
Yeah.
And like,
It's a good direction to go because then you trace back. All right, did John Hughes have something to do with it? It's not just ones he directed, but ones he wrote, produced, etc. But
wow. Okay. So we got Uncle Buck, Great Outdoors. Let's see. John Candy was also in. There was Cool Runnings. I don't know if that was a John Hughes movie though.
it was not. I'll cut you off right there.
Okay, good. Thank you. Because I would have sat here all day trying to think of them.
No worries. National Lampoon's Vacation, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You got.
I can't believe I missed that
that's
one.
the one. It's like, come on, you gotta get that one.
Pitiful.
Only
Yes.
the Lonely, and of course, Home Alone. And of course, and you mentioned.
I would never have got Only the Lonely, so it's good.
Pretty forgettable one.
Yeah.
I also forgot. Only
All right,
Lonely.
Scott gets the points on that one. She did not.
Only
get
the
all
Lonely.
six.
That was the one where he was living with his mom, right?
Correct.
Don't
And
remember it.
She sets him up on a blind date with somebody, or
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Never
The
seen that.
worst
Home
thing.
Alone, of course, Home Alone counts. Dice
Oh yeah,
Tomato.
total Home Alone. Total.
Dice
counts.
Tomato takes issue with me using feature John Candy. I say feature or contain is interchangeable, but they're not starring John Candy.
Oh,
They
yeah.
feature John Candy.
Yeah, it's like yeah. I can't think of the name of the damn thing, but the one with the Dana Carvey and Mike Myers.
Just like the Blues Brothers movie features John Candy, but it doesn't star.
There you
John
go.
Candy.
Sure, like Chris Farley
There's
and
a
the
good
other
one.
thing. Yeah, it's like that. You just have a little Wayne's World. Sorry, Wayne's World and John and
That's a good one.
yeah,
Yeah,
Wayne's
exactly.
World
All right.
used Chris Farley in a tiny way. That counts. All right.
That's right.
All right.
And
next.
a
Okay,
tiny
so Scott gets
coat.
points, which means this one goes to Brian. 9 of John Hughes films take place in whole or in part in what fictional city and state? First off, do you know it?
I do not. I am not a John Hughes nerd. I do like John. I love him, and I love the movies, but I can't say that I'm a total nerd about that. Oh my!
The
goodness.
question is, does Amy know?
Right. Well, she
The
shook
answer
my
is the answer
confidence-
is
she shook
Shermer,
my
Illinois.
confidence- Shook my confidence a little bit, Amy, and the fact that she didn't know the other one. But I think that one's a little more universally known. I'm gonna say Amy knows that one.
Okay, let's find out.
Okay. This one I actually know. And it's thanks to the open of the Breakfast Club. It's Shermer, Illinois.
Exactly
That's
right.
it.
Yep,
That's it.
Shermer, Illinois. She got it. Very good. Score is 1-1. We'll go back to Scott for this one. John Hughes has made only 3 on-screen appearances in his films. Can you name any one of those cameos? So not looking for the movie, but looking for the cameo. Was Amy able to come up with any of them? Do you know any of them, Scott?
Phrase the question one more time. Or
Sure. John Hughes has made only 3 on-screen appearances in his films, kind of like what Hitchcock used to do. Name any one of those cameos. So she's got 3 to choose from.
I'm gonna say.
Did she
but
get
she
one?
only needs to name one. All right. I'm gonna
She
say
only
she.
needs to
I'm
name
gonna
one.
say she knew this. Then she knew this.
Okay. All right.
Because I know one of them.
Oh my goodness. So I know John Hughes did a cameo in The Breakfast Club, but I don't know if that actually made the I feel like it might have ended up on the cutting room floor.
No, say that.
And I need the
Like he was Brian's dad.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. He was Brian's dad in the Breakfast Club, and it did make the film.
good.
So yep.
Okay, good. Well, and I know also that like the little girl that was in the car when he got dropped off, that was actually Anthony Michael Hall's little sister.
Oh really?
So,
Oh, I didn't know.
yeah.
That. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Does
that
get
right.
bonus points for her bonus information?
None whatsoever. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I love that.
All right,
idea.
so score is now 2-1. Scott, this one goes to Brian.
All right.
All of the films that John Hughes directed were released in the 1980s, except for one. Could she name the one John Hughes directed film that was not released during the 80s?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I have absolute confidence, Amy. Just
All
got
right.
it, Amy.
here we go.
Oh wow.
Oh no,
That's
I didn't
really
answer.
fascinating. I want to say like the later movies.
So I'm being
Maybe
super
Home
quiet
Alone?
so I don't steer you in any direction. Home Alone is not correct. He that was a 1990 movie, but he only produced and wrote it. He didn't direct it. Curly Sue, he wrote,
Curly Sue.
produced
Okay.
and directed. Yeah.
Forgot about that movie.
Yes.
Curly
So
Sue's not a
another-
great movie, by the way. It's not.
It's not a great movie.
No.
No.
No, but it's much beloved by a whole generation. So watch your mouth.
Is it?
That's
Is it?
yeah.
All right.
I don't know about that. Anybody who's collecting royalties probably are the only ones that love that movie. Yeah, you're totally forgiven for not getting that one, Amy. Score is 3-1, Scott. So Brian, you get this one as well. The Breakfast Club opens with the lyrics of a song shown on screen. Can she name the song that contains those lyrics?
Now, I think so because she knows the Breakfast Club pretty well from what I've heard so far. So I'm going to go, yes, she knows this one.
Okay. All right.
Oh, changes.
Very good. Yep. Changes by David Bowie. Well done. Yep. She knew that one. Yeah, it says like, and the children that you spit on as they try to change their world are immune to your blah, blah, blah. I can't remember the rest of it, but it's lyrics from Changes by David Bowie.
All right.
All right. 3-2. So Brian, you still get this one. As an homage to the director, what 2001 film takes place at John Hughes High School?
2001, huh?
Consultations. That's it. Thank you, Amy.
Now say that question one more time.
Sure. As an homage to the director, what 2001 film takes place at John Hughes High School? So in other words,
Shit.
it's not a John Hughes film, but
yeah.
it takes place at John Hughes High School.
She don't know that. I don't know that.
Okay.
Does anybody know that? Scott, do you know that?
I don't know that. No, I didn't even know there was a John Hughes High School. So what do I know?
Well, it's a fake John Hughes High School in the movie in Southern California.
But I mean, I didn't even know they called it that.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let's see if she gets it.
Oh, wow. Oh, 2001. I want to say some kind of parody, like Not Another Teen Movie.
Is that your guess?
Yes, that's my
It's
guess.
the perfect guess. That's absolutely correct. Yes.
Oh
Not Another
my
Teen Movie.
God!
That's exactly what I was looking for.
Wow.
Dang it.
Yes, she
Wow.
guessed right into it. So that makes it 4 points for Scott, 2 points for Brian.
We're almost to 5.
Brian, you get this. You get this next question. If you get it wrong, if you predict incorrectly, then Scott wins. But let's see.
No. I
Yes.
predict Scott will not win.
Well, we'll find out. It's another Breakfast Club question, so who knows? What photographer shot the photo that became the Breakfast Club movie poster? So that famous
Yeah.
photo of the 5 of them sitting there that they made. They did a parody of
yeah.
it for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
I think I know it.
Yeah.
How do you think she did?
Yeah, Amy knows this.
Hold on, can I say what I think it is? It doesn't hurt to say, right?
Oh no, of course no.
It's that now her name slipped. It's the lady that does all the famous celebrity
And
photos
kids?
for like
What?
I can't think of her name. Oh, her name. I had her name right here, and then the name went away. I'm probably wrong, but it's that Annie Leibovitz.
That's exactly
Oh.
right. Yes, very good.
Yeah.
That's correct. Did she know that though? We're gonna find out. Brian says yes.
Oh, wow. What an excellent question. The only famous photographer that's coming to my mind is Annie Leibovitz, but they're not naked. Like,
It's the director's cut movie posters.
right? Yeah.
Stick with it.
Yeah, sure. Let's make that my guess because I honestly don't know.
That's a good guess. Annie Leibovitz is correct.
Oh,
Yay!
Good job. All right.
Made
very
me crap
good.
my pants. Thanks for that.
yeah, you little poop, you little poopy. All right.
Excellent. All right. So the score is now 4-3. Because you're behind, Brian, you get to keep answering questions until you tie things up. I asked Amy which John Hughes film includes cameos by Woody Harrelson, Michael Keaton, and Bill Murray.
Okay, so are there multiple ones you're saying?
Nope. There's
There's-
one film that
there's one
includes
film
cameos
with
by all
cameos.
3 of those actors. Yeah.
And who were they again? They were
Michael Keaton, Woody Harrelson, and Bill Murray.
Oh my gosh, I don't know this.
I know, right? That's what I'm trying to think. She either oh man.
What would that be?
She's not gonna get lucky on this one. It's gonna either be she's gonna know or not know. I'm gonna say she knows. She knows.
Okay, you're gonna say she knows. All right.
See, I have all the dialogue for these movies really good.
Really?
I'm,
Yeah, you were
I'm
hoping
now
that that's what I was gonna ask you, weren't you?
really embarrassed now. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna be wrong and say Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh,
And I know that.
You're right. That is wrong. It is.
Oh.
She's having a baby. Yep.
Oh!
At the very end of She's Having a Baby, they interview a bunch of celebrities about their parenthood, their marriage experience and their parenthood experience, and
That's right.
and Woody Harrelson and Michael Keaton, Bill Murray all appear in that one.
And didn't they also? Oh, I have some.
They
other
also
thing
had
like-
they also had Matthew Broderick as Ferris Bueller
Yeah.
and John Candy as Chet from
Weird
from-
Science.
Oh, not that.
Not
Chet.
that Chet. He's got multiple Chets.
He's got multiple Chets. I can't remember. He's got multiple Jakes. By the way, there are a lot of Jakes in in John Hughes movies. I don't know what his deal is with Jake.
He likes the
Chet
Jakes.
Ripley. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, so wasn't there something? There was another Back the Other Direction cameo thing happened with how they got Kevin Bacon in
They have
Planes,
Kevin
Trains,
Bacon
and
in
Automobiles.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yeah, running
Right.
through
Oh,
the
didn't they
tunnel.
do that
he was
because
he
they
raced
fighting
him at the
with-
very
fighting the
beginning.
taxi.
Right, but
Yeah,
didn't
the
they
taxi
film
beginning.
those two at the same time or something? And
I
that's
think
why
they did. Yeah.
Okay.
So since they had Kevin Bacon for She's Having a Baby, they had him fight with Steve Martin over a cab.
As long as you're in town.
I love.
Well,
that
that's 5. You got it. You want to hear one last question?
thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Just icing on the cake.
Why
And
not?
you guys, Scott, I'll let you predict because you haven't gotten to predict in a while.
Okay, I'll predict.
I asked Amy about this one. The names of the three main characters of Some Kind of Wonderful are an homage to what rock band?
Oh, this is news to me.
Yeah.
Well, let me think, because
I'm glad these weren't our questions. Holy crap.
I don't know that one. I wish I did, but I don't. I'm excited actually to hear the answer on this, but
Cool.
No
All right,
idea.
well, let's hear it. Here's what she said.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's Keith, Watt, and Amanda are their names.
Yeah.
I know I have their names right,
You
but I don't.
You've definitely got their names right.
Yeah. It's a rock band with a Keith, except the Rolling Stones, and it's definitely not the Rolling Stones. Okay, yeah, I don't know.
You have a guess?
Let's just go with the Rolling Stones because that's the only thing I can think of with a Keith.
That's what I was hoping you'd go with. It is Rolling Stones.
Oh, it is.
Charlie Watts is the drummer for the Rolling Stones, and Amanda Jones is the name of one of the title of one of the Rolling Stones songs.
Oh,
Trixie.
That is Trixie.
Yes.
Chat room said Rush. Where are you guys smoking?
Neil,
Bert.
Getty. Yeah.
Yeah, that girl sure purty. Anyway,
That's right.
well
very
done.
good, Scott.
Yeah.
You win, and that means Chad wins.
Yeah, Chad, you win, right? Is that how it works? Even though
That's how it works.
Wait, he picked.
Oh,
he
wait,
picked
he
Brian to
picked-
win.
I'm sorry, you
picked me.
Yeah, he picked
Down the way,
Brian.
that's right. You don't win.
I'm
Yeah, you
sorry,
don't win.
Chad.
You lose. You get this sound. But it's not because we don't like you. Obviously, we do, and we're always happy when you call in. But how do you feel about your poor choices right here at the end of the year?
The choices
I
that brought you
apologize,
here.
Scott. I will
Yeah.
not defy you now.
That's all
The
right.
rest of the
Next
year.
time, look, this is what'll happen. Next time, you'll pick me, and then I'll lose, and this is just going to be your thing. It'll be your regular thing here on the show. But Chad, we wish you nothing but the best of 2021 as it comes hurtling toward us in a day or two. And we're glad you were able to play with us today. Brian Dunaway, well done. You blew it. You blew it for him. And
I blew it.
yeah.
But I gave it my best shot.
Yep. But sometimes your best isn't good enough. So next time, that'll be Monday in the year 2021. We'll do it again. How about that?
That's right. That's right.
I'm pretty excited. I'm enjoying this new thing. You said you did 9 interviews so far? Ibit,
No,
is that what you said?
No. I just asked each one 9 questions. Technically, I asked 10 questions, and I throw one out based on what percentage they get right and how things go.
Right.
I gave her a really, really tough question that I edited out about an unreleased screenplay that John Hughes made for a film about a hitchhiker that picks up a rocker woman
Was it John Candy that did the picking up? Please tell
Yeah,
me
it was
it
John Candy.
Oh, that's actually the question. It was called Oil and Vinegar, and the entire movie took place in the car of the two of them going across country and talking about their lives. And I asked her who the stars were that were slated to be in it, and she was half right. She guessed Molly Ringwald, which is an easy guess.
Sure.
And guessed Anthony Michael Hall for the guy, which is obviously a really good guess too. But it was Matthew Broderick and Molly Ringwald who were slated.
Wow. I would watch that.
Ferris and the School Princess. Yeah, that'd have been cool.
Right, exactly.
I would have watched
Ferris
that.
and Claire.
I'd watch a lot of his. Oh, Christmas Vacation never came up in any of this that he wrote, right? We didn't. None of your questions.
Like the first question.
No, National Lampoon's Vacation came up. Regular Vacation came up because he wrote
Vacation.
that.
I thought
Did he write
I thought he
Christmas
wrote Christmas
Vacation too?
or something. Hold on.
He might have. I mean, I just didn't have any questions about Christmas Vacation. But
listen, it's the blessing.
the blessing.
I want you to say the blessing.
This weekend, we will be watching on Film Sack with Brian Dunaway, myself, Randy Jordan, and of course Brian Ibbett. We're watching Air Force One with Harrison Ford. And can't wait.
Oh,
I love that movie.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, remember him?
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford. He's a popular man.
Is Chewbacca the co-pilot in that one?
Always. Always. Yeah, it's just like Spaceballs. Anyway, it's worth watching and spending
Get
time
off my
with.
plane.
Anyway, oh yeah, here it is. Writer John Hughes. He wrote
wrote and
Christmas.
produced Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. I don't think he did Vegas though.
No, I'm almost positive he didn't.
I'm gonna look that up just to be safe. That was 97. Wow.
Just to be safe, like the rest of the day is in danger.
No, I want to see who wrote it. Oh, somebody named Eliza Bell and Bob Ducey. Don't know. No idea who that is.
The
The
Deuce.
Yeah, no idea who that is, but that's a fun, stupid movie. All right, that's it. We've done it. And Brian, and then we did the Boop Show yesterday as well. Worth checking that out. Had a couple of cool games, especially Brian's. His pick was a really cool indie game called Monster Sanctuary that people should check out. Find that full review on the latest episode, either on the podcast or the video, whatever you want to do. Brian Dunaway, anything else you want to say before we catch you off?
Hey, yeah, check me out at 5:30 today, p.m. Eastern time. I'll be playing Visage. I'm going to try not to poop my pants then. It's the scary movie.
Yeah,
game.
go poo before.
Movie game?
Poo before. That's what you should do.
I'm going to poo before. Good plan.
I've played
Scary
that
movie game.
Yeah. I played that game. It was scary. You're going to poo your pants. We'll see you later. Bye. Visage.
Cool. Visage.
All right. We're going to take a break, play a song. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be here. There's no Daily Tech News show today because they always take the Christmas and the New Year's weeks off for live shows, but they do a bunch of other content. And the tradition is Tom comes on here anyway, and we chat a little bit about what's going on in the world of tech or anything that's catching his mind. So watch for that, though. We got to do a song first. So what do we got?
That's
what are we
right.
playing?
Yeah, we've got the Besnard Lakes. That's a great band name. It's really hard to say. The Besnard Lakes. They are a Montreal psych rock band. This is they've got a brand new album called The Besnard Lakes Are the Last of the Great Thunderstorm Warnings. Comes out on January 29th. I guess they managed to wrestle that album title away from Fiona Apple. Comes out January 29th, and these guys are great. Very cool indie, kind of mellower indie sound, which is really cool. This is the first single from that album. It's called Feuds with Guns. Here are the Besnard Lakes.
I doubt if we'll get anything out of those men we caught.
We can try. At least they're out of circulation, thanks to you.
Now you can see how important it is to guard every place where diamonds are kept.
I certainly do. We can get our line on who's after the diamonds and where they're taking them.
For a while, all was still.
This is the morning stream, and I feel fine.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. Boy, you want to have a good time. Watch some of those old Batman serials from the 40s. They're
Really? Okay.
Brian, they are terrible.
Batman series. These are the black and white ones that.
Yep, those are the ones.
Yeah.
They're real bad.
Okay. Does he poop snakes?
He poops snakes.
Nope.
Batman's always pooping snakes, as you know.
I'd never poop snakes.
Check this out. Like,
Tom
I
never
don't know if
poops
this
snakes.
is a new Discord thing, but there's a box showing like all around Tom's head.
No, this is me showing off that I have not yet turned off the display on my new camera.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So we're seeing the display. Oh, yeah. Then we get flashing things. Your ISO level is set.
Tom, it looks like it's like checking you for like facial recognition or something.
That's the
Oh, it is,
autofocus.
and it's looking for his eye. Like it's focused on his left eye.
Yeah. Weird. You're like the
Cover your
Terminator.
left eye with your hand. I want to see what it does.
Yeah, pull your hand up. Oh, it goes away.
His face disappeared.
Yep. It's not there anymore. I don't even know what to make of that. All right, well, I'm going to play this because it's tradition.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
We are slaves to anything. It's tradition here on the show. And one of those traditions, the grand tradition, is to have Tom here on Wednesdays to talk about technology, normally in the lead up for a live daily tech news show. But instead, you've got like great pre-recorded stuff for, well, through Christmas and this week. And it's all fantastic.
Yeah, you're on today's show, Scott.
Yeah, I'm on. Hold on. Predictions or results? I forget today.
Predictions, results. You always do the results and then you do the predictions on New Year's Eve.
That's right. So last year, I just am proud to say I did pretty good. Okay.
No spoilers, but Scott coming out of the gate hot going into 2020.
Yeah, I did all right. But I also kind of went really not easy ones, but ones that seemed like you could make pretty safely and not worry about a high percentage of accuracy on my predictions. But anyway, it was really
that's
fun.
part of the game, though, right? That's just playing the game.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just playing by your rules. You're the one that has the rules.
That's
I'm
right.
not cheating.
Don't hate the player.
No, don't hate anything. It's all good. Hey,
Yeah,
Tom, it's
play
good to have you here anyway, because why not? We hope you're having a good holiday. Is there anything percolating at the top of your mind right now that's either tech related or otherwise?
New camera.
Clearly.
But no, you know what? I since we've already talked about the predictions results show at Daily Tech News Show, go check that out, see how everybody did. I will mention that Justin Robert Young, much less lazy than me, doing news shows, and I'm on politics out today.
Ooh.
Talking about Brexit, but also Section 230. Because they're waving it around like a political football right now, trying to tie it to those $2,000 stimulus payments, saying, let's get rid of Section 230. So I explain on Politics, why getting rid of Section 230 is really good for lawyers and nobody else. It doesn't target just Facebook. It also targets you if they get rid of it. I explain why Section 230 isn't really the problem. The First Amendment is the problem. And Justin and I decide that if we were senators, what would we propose to amend and or change Section 230?
Interesting. I'm going to listen to that because 230 is slightly elusive to me. It sounds like I don't know.
It's what made the stormtroopers turn and kill the Jedi, right?
Yeah, there you go. Or it's where they keep King Croc or whatever his name is in Arkham Asylum.
Croc?
Yeah.
Execute Section 230.
Like it sounds ominous and scary and everything, but you're right about its current political football status, and it kind of bums me out when this happens because it's really kind of I don't know. It just seems like a thing that needs to be talked about once in a while. Make sure it still holds. Stuff changes, so does it still apply or not? Should we change it?
The short version is there are two major complaints about Section 230. One is that it lets big tech companies suppress voices, particularly conservative voices. The other complaint is that it allows big tech companies to just spread misinformation so they can make money off of it. Here's the thing. Section 230 does neither of those things. The First Amendment does. Section 230 just makes it so they're not constantly having to fight in court over whether they're liable for what you say. And while some of those fights might be around suppressing voices or spreading misinformation, the majority of them would just be around, I don't know, you not liking something. In fact, Section 230 came about, I mentioned this on the show, Section 230 came about because the guy who was made famous by the movie The Wolf of Wall Street was suing Prodigy because people were criticizing him on Prodigy.
Oh, really?
So you want those kinds of lawsuits to come back where people are trying to silence people because like, hey, Prodigy, if you do any moderation, you're liable. Well, get rid of Section 230. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, and then and that's a really good that's a really good example to use because you just made my brain realize that all roads lead to First Amendment. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that,
I mean, It's a civil thing. What Section 230 does, it says, hey, let's reduce lawsuits by saying you can't sue for these things. Let's just say right up front that Facebook, any big tech platform, any small tech platform, any tech platform, including your PTA message board, is a distributor of content, not a publisher of content. Okay. Let's just set that for the courts right away, and it worked. It reduced a lot of lawsuits. It allowed the internet to grow. We have problems with Facebook and Twitter particularly, but getting rid of Section 230 for everyone else, just because you're trying to fix something with Facebook that maybe getting rid of Section 230 wouldn't fix, probably not the best idea.
For the kids out there listening to the show, I'm sure there's a few. We are talking about Prodigy, an old service where you would dial up and have kind of an AOL type experience or whatever. They were an internet provider and they had some closed garden stuff, and that was the Prodigy. We're not talking about the Prodigy, where
you'd have to be a prodigy
yes.
to understand what Prodigy
is. We're not talking about Firestarter level Prodigy here. We're talking about that old thing. Rest in peace, singer for the Prodigy. Anyway, that's interesting. People should check this out then. Listen to it. Learn more about what this 230 business is. Because my guess is a lot of people, even those who are adamant users of the internet, have never heard of it before, or this is the first year they have. And maybe this is a chance for you to kind of get your head around what that thing's about, why people are politicizing it, and maybe, I don't know, walk away with a better understanding of life in general. You can get that from Tom Merritt just about any day.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm on the soft focus.
Yeah, look at you.
Ooh, it's like Sybil Shepherd on Moonlight.
Yeah, you look like my photos in high school because they were trying to hide all my zits, my teenager zits. Man. Well, Tom Merritt, hope you're having a fantastic holiday. Is there anything else you'd like to mention or say about the new year or anything else? What's going on? Oh, I know what I want to know. What are you guys going to do for CES? How's that going to go?
Well, we are going to cover it the way we cover technology news every single day from our house. So, honestly, the way we did CES on Daily Tech News Show the first couple of years I did it was I just looked at the news of the day and wrote it up from home and talked about what was happening there. The reason we went to CES was it gave us a chance to like bring in some interviews because people were there and it was easier to get interviews. It was a chance for us to maybe go and say like, I put my hands on the thing and here's what I thought. But honestly, you can cover CES really well remotely, and that's what we intend to do.
Very nice. Check that out. And anything else going on? You got a big book to publish or something, I heard. Is that true?
Speaking of Section 230, at 2:30 Pacific time on New Year's Eve, that is tomorrow as we're recording this, I will be streaming as part of the Ritual Misery big extravaganza. So check us out, twitch.tv/gooddayinternet. It's all trying to raise money for charity, and it'll be Good Year Internet, a special presentation with myself and Sarah Lane. So check us out tomorrow. It's 4:30 Mountain Time.
4:30 Mountain. Thank you for acknowledging the only time zone that matters. We appreciate that.
Yeah, anytime.
That matters a lot. Check it out. As we should say to you before you go, have a fantastic new year, Tom Merritt. We can't wait for you to be a part of ours.
Thank you, Scott and Brian. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Happy New Year, Tom. Bye.
It's so funny watching him fiddle with his camera that whole time.
I know, yeah.
All right. That's a nice new camera, though. I think he got a...
It is, yeah. It looks great.
I forgot the model. They're real good podcaster cameras. Or streamer cameras. Someone asked me the other day what I'm using. I'm using a Sony S6 because the S7s are really expensive, and I thought we'll just buy the previous year, and they work fine. Pretty decent lens on there, but there's still some tweaks I could do. Yeah, it works out all right. It's been very good.
I picked up a Mevo that I'm going to be switching over to see how it goes.
A Mevo, eh?
Mevo.
Sorry, did I say S6? I meant A600. Thank you, Dice Tomato, for the correction. That is correct. Why did I say S6? What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
What am I even...
Because it's the Sony, and there's a 6 in the product number.
Yeah, there you go.
S for Sony.
A6. Oh, you know what? A6 they sometimes call them. A6 and A7s. That's what it is.
I was in a queue, by the way, on Sony's site, Sony Direct, to buy a PlayStation, and they sold out 35 minutes before I got to the front of the line.
Oh, man.
It's all right. They're saying that they're putting more stock together. So.
Well, there's still some jackanapes on it. eBay selling them for $1,000.
Yeah, not happening. Nope.
Don't support scalpers. They're the worst. I hate them.
Yeah, exactly.
Make those guys get stuck with their stock and have to sell them at fair retail like normal over-the-counter price.
Exactly.
That's what you should do. All right. Nicole Spagnolo's turn.
Mm-hmm.
I have not checked in with her, but one would assume.
I've got a fun couple of recommendals that are themed today.
Oh, the other, I saw only one. I must not have seen the other one come up. I'll grab it. I'll make sure I have it.
Okay, cool.
It must have still been uploading when I looked, so no big deal. I will check that. Okay, check this out. Joining us on the program now is one Nicole Spagnolo, who we always love having on, and it's very nice to see you. How are you?
Hi.
Hey, for a hot second, I thought it was your daughter because your hair's up, and just for a hot second, I thought it was her. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm cooking today, so I got my hair up.
Oh, very nice. What are you making?
A turkey.
I want a turkey.
A New Year's turkey?
Yeah.
Like, what, you don't do enough of that on Thanksgiving and Christmas?
So here's the thing.
Okay.
Listen, I'm never going to complain about a turkey. So
Mark cooked the turkey this year for Thanksgiving in his pellet
one of
smoker.
those super hot oven things.
Yeah, I loved it. I didn't have to cook a turkey, but I kind of missed. Here, speaking of, here's Mark.
Hey.
So I miss having the smell of turkey in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I have a turkey. I'm gonna make the turkey. So I just put it in the oven.
I would be willing to bet that Yankee Candle offers a turkey scent candle.
That would be the
Maybe
worst.
It smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's turkey.
Yeah, it smells like Paltrow's turkey. Exactly. Hold on, there probably
my
does.
dogs are barking.
Daddy, shut up.
My dogs are barking. Her dogs are barking. Boy, I got to get off those feet. Let's see. Turkey.
Scented
scented
candle.
Are you guys looking up turkey?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I wish
and
they
it's a
do.
common
But
search.
Don't know. You know.
Oh, there it is. There's a turkey candle. There's some homemade ones on Etsy if you really want to be dangerous. But here on Amazon, they've got turkey flavored candle. Oh no, there's candle holders. Oh yeah, there we go. Vintage candle warmer. They have a turkey flavored one. They have a buttered bread flavored one. Or scented.
I don't think you mean flavored though.
Yeah. Don't eat these. Okay, is what we're saying.
No.
Really
Well,
don't
anyway.
get Gwyneth Paltrow's.
Or you
flavored
could just
candle.
cook a turkey.
Or you know what?
That's
Yeah, the great nature's
could just-
turkey candle is just making a turkey. Do that.
It's been a very long time since I've cooked a turkey this way because usually Mark will brine it and I just cook the hell out of it the Alton Brown way. This is the long process, so it's probably going to be pretty dry.
How is Mark on things like smoked things? Because it seems like he'd want to have wood smoked stuff because he's a wood guy. No.
Oh yeah. You know, he has a Traeger. Is that where? Well, no, wait.
How dare you.
Sorry.
That's a Traeger? A
Not a
what?
Traeger. Not a Traeger. No, the other one. The Lang. Oh my god.
Oh, the Lang.
It's a whole thing here.
Like Stephen Lang, the
No, if you look up Lang Smoker,
yeah.
there's actually a show on Netflix. What's it called? Pitmasters.
Dave Grohl has one.
Dave Grohl apparently has one. He
Has a
cooks for
Lang
everybody.
smoker? Really? Oh,
Yeah, it's
look
this
at this.
big Mamma Jamma smoker. It's
Oh, I've seen these. They look like they look like, you know, a Mad Max thing that's gonna explode. They're really cool.
yeah.
looking.
I mean, it's just this, it looks honest like a barrel connected to
Yeah.
wheels.
Yeah, they're
That's what it
cool.
looks like to me.
That's what Crazy Neighbors is like. One of these. He made it himself. Cut an oil barrel in half. I don't know if it was an actual oil barrel, but it's an oil. It's that shape,
Yes,
and then
right.
made a
That's what
smoker
I
out
grew
of
up with too. We didn't actually have a Lang. We just had an old barrel that
faux
you put
Lang.
a grill
Yes.
on.
Wow.
So yeah,
More-
Mark's really, really into. He has his own barbecue channel. Did I tell you that?
No.
Oh
Mark
my
does?
god. Yes.
I would I already subscribed to his wood business. Where's the other one? That sounds
Please tell me he's the rib whisperer.
No. It's just called TWWBBQ. If you look it up on YouTube, he has 4 episodes. I actually have all 4 episodes on Amazon too, so you can watch it there.
Here it is. I found it. Oh, I'm subbing to this. Yep. Me and oh.
Yeah.
I didn't
You
know
should, yeah.
this. This is great
Yeah.
news. All right.
He
great.
spatchcocks a chicken.
I mean, don't we all at the end of the day?
But that's what he did. But that's so
That's
the
illegal in some countries.
So the spatchcocked chicken,
Uh-huh.
can't even say
Keep
it,
saying it.
is how he did the turkey for Thanksgiving.
Oh, because it's just another
like
kind of bird. You can spatchcock any bird.
Yeah, you rip the spine out and flatten.
Can you spatchcock a thing of beef? Some sort of beef? Or no? Or is it poultry only?
I think that's just birds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm getting a new license plate.
Didn't know you get a barbecue talk out of me
this is
today,
fantastic. I have no idea, but now we've spread the word. TWWBBQ, everybody. It'll autocomplete your search even. I started putting it in, and there it was. So go get it. All right. Hey, we're going to do recommendals where we take stuff from streaming services and we talk about them on the show, make recommendations, and otherwise. Today we start with Brian. He has 2 recommendals. The one listed as number 1. Brian, what do you want to say about it?
I'm going to say that this is a brand new series that just came out this fall.
I believe you. Here it is.
This mission is billed as an international collaboration, yet the official language is English. The commander is American.
Look, I mean, it's not a secret, right, that the United States have taken on the greatest financial burden of all 5 nations. But, Emma's our commander because she is the most phenomenal astronaut and leader.
Well, conversely, Kwesi Weisberg-Aban.
Yes.
You'll be the only one up there with absolutely no experience in space.
Yes, but perhaps what I can bring, the hope of growing life on Mars, will make up for what I lack.
Kwesi's being modest. He happens to be one of the world's leading botanists. And Dr. Wong is among her nation's finest chemists. We've all trained together for 2 years, and I have absolute confidence in every member of this crew. Except for maybe Ram, who is an expert at crashing experimental Air Force jets. But he promises to do better with the Atlas.
Spoken like a true Navy pilot. I didn't even know these guys had planes.
All right, I watched this. I saw this.
Wait.
Here's the problem. The reason I didn't recommend it wasn't because it was bad. It was because it got unceremoniously canceled before it even finished, or the week it got posted or something like that.
Away, right?
Yeah,
it is away.
It is away. And like a week later, they're like, "Yeah, we're not doing it anymore." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I
So you stopped watching it, or you just didn't want to recommend it for that reason?
I only got 4 episodes in, and then I stopped because I thought.
Well, I'm going to recommend that you continue and that you finish out the 10 episodes. It wraps up the initial story arc. Obviously, basically it takes place with a group of astronauts who are tasked with flying to Mars to collect samples and see if it's going to be a potentially inhabitable place for terraforming and stuff like that. And it's got Hilary Swank, who you heard there, Josh Charles from Sports Night, who's excellent in this.
Oh yeah, Dead Poet Society. That guy's great. Love him.
Yep. Vivian Wu from The Last Emperor and Heaven and Earth.
Yeah.
Mark Evanier. Ato Esando, who Tina knows from like one of the Chicago med or police shows or something like that. Anyway, it's got a really good cast, and it's 10 episodes. I recommend watching the whole thing, even though I'm a believer in that. You hear something gets canceled, that is not usually a deterrent to me, because it's like, okay, well, I know that I can just binge this whole thing, be done with it, and enjoy it. And as long as it's not got a big cliffhangery kind of ending. And this one,
I'm kind of with you, Brian. I like because it's like, it's
done. You're not committing to a forever television.
Well, I don't mind. Right. I don't mind that either, especially when I know that it's like a limited series. If someone says we're doing 10 episodes and that's the show, I'm totally down with that.
Well, that's a different thing, though.
Well, but that's effectively what this is, right? Like, this is now
kind of. I mean,
series.
Well, with somebody, a studio saying this is a 10 episode limited series, they know they've got 10 episodes to wrap up all the story arcs to satisfaction.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So this thing was presented as, hey, here's the first season of potentially more, but then it got canceled. If this would have come out and they'd have said, yeah, we're doing this short sci-fi, 10 episode run, I think I would have looked at it differently. Instead, I look at it and go, what failed? Why was it bad? Oh no, should I even continue? And it's
got a better than average rating on Rotten Tomatoes, like 60%. And I think it's really good. I think it's worth checking out. Right. It's a really good story. I'm into sci-fi that Like, what was that alternate one that was on Apple TV Plus? Not From the Earth to the Moon, but it was something like that. For All Mankind.
Oh,
and it's an
yeah.
alternate future where
It's really good.
the Russians beat us to space, and you kind of get this whole different timeline. It's the man in the high castle of the space race.
Yeah, it's cool.
And
It's very good.
and it is really good. And so it's science fiction without those other science fiction-y elements like laser swords and pew pew guns and things like that.
My mother-in-law loved Away.
Yeah, I
She
really
was
liked it too.
Yeah,
She said she stayed up late, which
my
for
daughter,
my mother-in-law, it doesn't happen.
my daughter watched it all, and when I told her it was canceled, she was uber pissed, but she loved it, like adored it. And I guess I just need to finish it so I can.
I'd say finish it. It's the acting is the best part of it, and it's really Josh Charles and Hilary Swank. Well, I take that back. It's everybody who's on the Atlas spacecraft, and then Josh Charles, who's Hilary Swank's husband back at home. And God, they're all just really, really good.
Well, a couple of Swank recommendations, just because I want to make them that people may have missed. We recommended it on this show, but the movie I Am Mother from last year.
Oh yeah,
super rad. Also science fiction, cool thing. It's just a film, but it's also a Netflix original. And then a few years before that, 2014, there was a movie called The Horseman with her and Tommy Lee Jones. That is I think a slightly different take on the Western genre, but it's I freaking loved The Horseman.
Said Tommy Lee Jones, and I thought of the Motley Crue drummer.
Oh, well, they have some.
Yeah,
that's a weird combination.
Yeah, her and Tommy Lee from Motley Crue together at last in a Western. Anyway, The Horseman's very good. All right, Brian, number 2. What do you?
Wait! I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows that ended and didn't finish, has there ever been a show that you were just like, man, why didn't they finish that one? I got one because it's like from my childhood.
Firefly, besides the obvious.
Yeah, Firefly's the obvious.
For me, it was Dark Shadows when I was a kid.
Oh, really? So you watched? Wait! When you were a kid, so
it was not the old one. It was the remake, and
Gotcha.
I got really into it, and then they just left. It was a huge cliffhanger. I was
really
was very affected by that as a kid.
Oh, Swamp Rat brings up a great one. Soap. Yeah, Soap ended with Jessica Tate in front of a firing squad.
Oh, Pushing Daisies is another one.
Yeah, Pushing Daisies is a good one too.
Oh, I love that show so much. Yeah. Dollhouse is another one I liked a lot.
Yeah, Dead Like Me. And then they tried to bring it back without Mandy Patinkin in it. Yeah.
What else? There's others.
That's an example of bringing it back and not working because they don't have the right people.
I like the Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles thing. That ended too soon. Kind of left us hanging. Arrested Development kind of weirdly left hanging for a long time, and then it wasn't as good as what it was when they did finally bring it back. So that's probably a good example. There's a bunch, and they're always bummers.
Deadwood.
I think Deadwood's a good one, but that movie is so good.
The movie, right?
Yeah,
the movie did a great job of, I think, tying all the pieces together.
I do too. I mean, they took 10, 12, 15 years or whatever, but it was still great. Yeah, I don't like it when shows end early. I like it when they get whatever run they should have. And if they're only supposed to run 10 episodes, great. That's great. Do that.
Absolutely.
But if they're meant for 2-3 seasons, give me that.
Yep.
All right.
I'm with you.
Number
all right,
2,
let's get to my second recommendal. I told you they're kind of themed. This is a movie.
Ooh, a movie. Here is the movie.
Hello, this is Barbo Observatory. A family member has been left behind. Somebody needs to come back for her.
I also watched this.
Hello, this is Barbo Observatory. An outpost child has been left. What's your name? What's your name? She's an unidentified child. She's 7 or 8. She's alone. Somebody has to come back. Is anyone out there?
Oh, man. Yeah, I watched this, Brian, just the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. It's not my recommendal, but I did like it. I felt like it was a little all over the place.
That's my complaint about it. Yeah.
What's it called again?
It's called The Midnight Sky, and that's George Clooney that you're hearing right there. It's its pacing is a little inconsistent, and it does try and introduce a lot of different plot lines.
Yeah.
I think I love the way it tied up, though. I really love the way it ended.
Too. Yeah.
And I think either one of those two stories, really, that you're seeing would have made a great individual movie. The George Clooney character story, his story arc, and then Felicity Jones on the spacecraft. But basically, this is a post-apocalyptic film about a guy who's left at an Antarctic research station after a post-apocalyptic situation on Earth. That's
Say that
wiped
3
out.
times.
Sure, I can't even say it one time.
And they only refer to it in the movie as an event, and they never really tell you what it is. We don't know what happened.
No, you just kind of see it. Oh, is he at the North Pole? Really? Okay. Says Dice Tomato. I thought he was in Antarctica, not.
No, it was north because that map they showed was America or North America creeping up stuff. Yeah, that was weird.
That's right. Yes. But the film is called Midnight Sky. So he's left there at this station. There's a spacecraft that went out to one of the moons of Jupiter, very similar to Away, where they're looking for habitability of another location in the solar system.
Yeah.
While they're gone, the event happens, and he's trying to contact them on their way back to warn them about what's happened to Earth. And a mysterious girl appears in the research station with George Clooney, and he's got to get her to the other station that has a better transmitter to reach the spacecraft.
Yep. There's a harrowing scene outside the spacecraft when they're trying to repair stuff that is so well done, and sure, you could look at it and go, oh, that's like Gravity, or that's like 5 others of these movies, and yeah, maybe there's bits of it, but another Clooney movie, actually, Gravity, he was in. But anyway, it is a very that whole. You're right. These are 2 separate movies, and it has trouble with the pacing to make them feel like they are a cohesive whole, and that's a bummer because I think it's really expertly done, kind of mostly right. It's just
I'd say yeah. I mean, I thought it was good. I'm not raving about it. Certainly not calling it the best thing I've seen this year, but I really enjoyed it, and.
And it's science fiction. Who's going to turn that down? Not me.
And it's good. And it's good science fiction, Oh, and it's got freaking Kyle Chandler.
Yeah,
right?
Coach Taylor, dude. As soon as I saw him, I went, I'm in. I'm all in on whatever's going on over here. And the other thing I like, movies where the spaceship is in trouble, and sometimes one guy loses it, and then there's trouble aboard the ship, and all that. Those are fine tropes and everything. But I do also like it sometimes when everyone is just a damn professional. And
when they know their job, they do their job.
They do the right thing, and they're all working together, and it's not just a fight the whole time, and I like that. So
exactly. So Midnight Sky and Away, both on Netflix. Both, I'd say, good. Adequately, better than adequate, better than average, better than Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
good.
Better than Wonder Woman.
Films.
I agree. By the way, Tim
Everybody's in a cranky mood on the internet, though, about movies lately.
Oh, yeah. But F them. They can all take
Everybody's
it.
in a cranky mood about everything.
I know.
On the
I
internet.
don't know about you. I don't want to see the recap of 2020. Every time I see that, I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to see any of it.
That Death to 2020 Netflix thing? Are you talking about that specifically, or just any recap?
Just all the websites that like to do the rewinds. I'm like, no, skip. Boop.
Yeah, I'm skipping that Black Mirror Death to 2020 thing just because, maybe in a few years I'll look back and want to see this thing, but I don't want to see it now.
Yeah, right now, forget it.
This year is already black. It's already a bad Black Mirror episode. Why would I want to watch a Black Mirror episode based on it?
Did they interview Samuel L. Jackson and they ask him, we're going to talk, he's like, why would you want to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I feel.
And it's parody or tongue-in-cheek kind of humor, but still, I have no
interest either. Not my thing. You want to wallow in your pain? Go ahead.
I'll tell you after we get done with yours, Scott. I'll tell you mine.
Oh, okay. Well, it's usually
show me yours, Scott.
I'll show you mine.
So if I show you yours, no wait,
throw me
the whip. Mine. By the way, Tim Russ, Star Trek connection. Tim Russ played Mason Mosley in that movie, so I just wanted to put that
in Midnight Sky.
Yeah. So you can your what's his name? Tuvok.
Oh, your Star Trek connection.
Yeah, very cool. All right, here is my recommendal for today. Let's call it a documentary. It was almost this one that Ryan did, so I'm glad I didn't do it. So I have something fresh here. But it's a documentary I found on HBO, and here's the trailer.
In those days, in the 60s, all my friends were having babies. We didn't have one. Nobody had any solutions until I went to Dr. Fortier. He was listed in the phone book as a fertility specialist.
Did you know that he was doing this?
Doing what?
Dr. Quincy Fortier is a legend in Las Vegas medical circles, but the good doctor harbored dark secrets.
Quincy was doing some fertility work, but it was unbeknownst to the patients.
I did a DNA test. Something wasn't right. My dad's not my dad. And my dad was the fertility doctor in Las Vegas.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Ew.
You guys probably don't know the name of it because why would you? But it's
I don't
called.
know the name of it, but I remember this news story.
I do too. It was like 200. Was it 200 or more?
It's now in the thousands of
Holy
people.
moly.
Yeah. So at least estimated. I don't think they'll ever get a full count, but we're well past the hundreds and hundreds. But the movie or the documentary is called Baby God, and it's about this dude. What started practicing as a fertility specialist / doctor back in the 60s in Vegas, and of course a very different place in Vegas, not super populated. And people would go to him if they were having trouble having babies, but also some people went in just for exams. And a couple months later would find out they were pregnant, and they couldn't figure out why. So here's what this psycho was doing.
My arm hurts. Well,
here's what this psycho was doing. He and it was sad because some of these girls were like young, like an 18-year-old girl would go in there for an exam. He'd get there'd be some other kind of reason to go in, but he would for some reason demand a pelvic exam. He would end up impregnating her with his own sperm that he would inject with a turkey baster style, whatever, and not say anything. And next thing you know, she's pregnant, and her parents are like sending her to a school for unwed mothers, and like, 'cause it's the 60s, it's a weird time, right? So these poor girls who the conception is literally not based on anything in the normal realm of how you conceive a baby. And they don't even know it happened to them there. They had no idea. And there's no DNA then. Nobody knows about this stuff yet. And there's this great moment where somebody says, a doctor who they're interviewing says, we often as human beings get two things mixed up, the unknown and the unknowable. And what this doctor assumed and what people at the time thought was that it would be unknowable to trace this sort of thing, to know that your dad was somebody or that you had this lineage. It would be unknowable. But it wasn't. It was unknown. We didn't know yet. And now we know perfectly, easily, simply how to find people's lineage and who your parents were and who their parents were and so on and so forth all the way back. And that really stuck with me, really hit me. It was like the unknowable versus the unknown. And anyway, this guy who died at age 93 or something in 2006, or I think it was right around then, never lost his practice, never prosecuted, never any of this stuff. Some of his kids swear that he never did anything wrong. Some of his kids claim that they were directly abused by him. And then there's all these extra kids that are just now finding out, people from 75 to 30. Like he was doing this well into his older age. And just impregnating people without their knowledge. And in some cases, it was like, okay, we've taken your husband's donated sperm and now we're going to use it. But he wouldn't use the husband's. He'd use his because he's on some weird power trip. And it's freaking freaky. But I really enjoyed the documentary because it was from the perspective of one of the unintended offspring, someone who didn't know what their lineage was and always felt different and didn't know why. And all this stuff. And she's now discovering all of this, and her journey's super interesting on its own, but she made this documentary, and I think it's really worth seeing. So again, it's called Baby God, and it's available now on HBO or HBO Max. Any of the HBO things is where it's at. So go check it out. Yeah, it's really something, dude. Like you go your whole life, and he really thought there's parts where they have some actual conversations he had with people, and the way he would justify what he was doing was really reaching. Like, man, he thought he was. Really he thought he was. Right. Well, I think it's why they call it Baby God. He thought he was a god. Like he's the god who can. only I can provide life sort of thing. What a psycho nut. Anyway, go watch it. Never trust anyone named Spencer Fortier. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Nicole, it's off to you for something probably more lighthearted than that.
Cleanse the
mood
palate.
up.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
All right, here's my clip. Look away, Brian. I think this has already been recommended, but I'm going to recommend it again because
looking away.
I'm
it's
happy to
amazing and awesome, and I
right.
finally got to watch it.
I believe you. Let me
It's on Netflix.
Hold on here. Oh, yeah, we've absolutely done this. Okay, here we go.
Your mother and I have been talking, and we've come to the realization that we've not been very good parents.
Sadly, and most of the time, we have no interest in what's going on with you.
We have no idea because she means no idea. We have lost touch as a family. And if we're going to get through this ordeal together, we have got to get reacquainted. Now, back at Rose Video, we had management retreats where we would play fun team building.
You also had company-wide spa days. Why don't we try that?
And one of the icebreakers at these retreats was a game that was always a hit. And it was a game where somebody would tell a lie about themselves, and then a truth, and then another lie, and everybody would have to guess which one was the lie.
No, Johnny, they had to guess which one was the truth.
Oh, yeah, we have absolutely recommended Schitt's Creek before.
So I finally got a chance. I've been doing some quilting. I'm making some quilts, and I threw up Netflix on the TV, and there's this new button called play anything or something like that.
Oh yeah, right. Pick a title anytime or something like that.
Just pick something for me and put it on the TV. And so I tried it, and Schitt's Creek came up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would be a good one to watch while I'm quilting.
Mm-hmm.
And
so it'll pick something that you've seen before.
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, you've never seen this? Oh, I thought for some
I've never
reason
seen it. It's been on my list to watch forever, and I've never seen it.
Netflix roulette. Yeah.
It was, yeah. Well, and what's cool about it is once you're done with that movie or show, it has a queue of shows waiting for you, almost like TV, right? You're not just watching the same thing.
That's what they're trying to do.
I'm kind of loving this play anything option that Netflix is doing.
Yeah.
So anyway, started watching it. I'm hooked. I can't stop watching it. I love it. It's so funny. I love David. I'm watching this, and Mark goes, are they still doing this show? And I was like, I don't know. He goes, Eugene Levy's dead, isn't he? I go, I don't think so. He just got Entertainer of the Year from Entertainment Weekly with his son. So,
definitely not.
Yeah, they just cleaned up at the was it the Emmys that they just did, or the Golden Globes? I can't even remember.
Emmys. They won all this. They won everything at the Emmys.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with Schitt's Creek, it's about a very wealthy family who loses everything, but because David bought a town called Schitt's Creek, spelled Schitt, as a joke, they have somewhere to go, and it's a fish out of water, but it's so funny. I love it. I love that. What's the mom's name? Oh, what's the actress?
Catherine O'Hara.
Kathleen O'Hara.
Yes.
Yeah.
She channels her character from Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So well.
Yeah. Like and exaggerates and amplifies it.
Yes.
She's so great. Yeah. My gosh.
I love it.
She's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
it's very Canadian. That's the other thing. Canadian productions right now are kind of my favorite thing. I freaking love them. They're so good.
The only reason why it is a mature title is because there's cussing, and as my son said, they said a bad word.
It's not a lot though. What's funny is there's some cussing, but it's really rare and super rare. They earn it when they do it. Like,
I mean, the show's called Schitt's Creek.
I know.
It's not. If you get past that one, then it's rare. But
there's a bug crawling on her. She gets out of bed and she's saying the F word, and I put subtitles up on mine just because my hearing's going, I guess. So I paused it because Mateo had just walked in and he's like, "It's on the screen, Mom. It's on the screen.
It's right there. I can read it."
That's funny.
That's great.
It's a word. Mateo, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. You should hear your mom play Modern Warfare 2.
Exactly.
So
I think that plays something randomly for me must just be on like the mobile and Apple TV versions, because I'm not seeing it on the computer.
I have it. I'm on a Fire TV.
Okay.
Yeah, I
It's
think
on
it's
the
just
app.
on the app stuff. Because you're right, Brian. I don't see it either on here.
Yeah.
Sure, it's on my mobile.
Well, we're just
Maybe
looking for
Probably on your mobile, but I'm
we're
saying
just
it's
looking
not
for
when
desktop.
I access it in the browser. It's not.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah,
That'd
I
be
don't know
cool
how
if
that
they
would
put
work.
it on the browser. And also, if the thing I like about the browser.
Oh no,
has
it's not on mobile.
The browser has the top 10 in the US thing. Put that on the apps too. Why is that not on the apps?
Right. Yes.
Just unify your damn platform, Netflix. What are you doing, you dummies? Anyway.
Yeah, I like it though.
Well, that's. I'm glad you watched it. It's my wife's favorite show. She loves that.
Do you have a profile set up in Netflix?
We do.
I do.
So my
I
son
had to create a FilmSec profile because it was recommending the worst garbage to my regular
ruin
account.
It'll ruin your
You
life.
can see mine. My son likes to change my avatar all the time. So now we have Captain Underpants.
Oh,
characters.
fantastic!
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Sometimes he'll make me. I don't know. One time he made me a monkey.
We
Show title.
we have a profile on here called Butt, and it's just Nick because he does this.
Yeah.
He's such a dork.
I remember his getting in trouble at school for changing the LED sign to butt.
If you want to mess with the world, I guess just write Butt is what Nick thinks. Anyway,
or turn art into fart.
There you go.
Like Mark did when Mark was a kid. There was a sign that said art show, and he thought he was funny and he put an F in front of it.
I'm a little.
That is funny. I'm with Mark. That's very funny.
It is funny. I'm
Fart
a little.
show.
I'm a little jealous that you got to see Schitt's Creek in its fullness when it was all done. You didn't have to wait for a season because
So is it done? There's no more seasons.
Yeah, it's
done. But Eugene Levy's still alive. So
yes, that's a good thing.
Not only is
I love his
Eugene Levy
son.
alive, he is like he seems great in shape to me. That
Yeah,
guy's
it really does.
doing just great.
Yeah.
If I'm like that at 72 or whatever he is, there's a lot worse I could expect.
I haven't watched the there's a Netflix special like Goodbye to Schitt's Creek or The Last Table Read or something like that. That's the only thing Tina and I haven't watched yet, and I know we're gonna tear up when we eventually sit down to watch that and see them making the final episode.
It's gonna jerk
I'm only
your
on
tears.
season 2.
It's gonna jerk them, Brian. You're gonna get your tears
jerk. It's gonna jerk my tears.
Yep. How you feel about that? Tear jerking. All right. These are all great recommendations that you can find on Nicole's Twitter account over at Nicole Spag. She's going to put them all there so you guys know where to go to get your stuff. Nicole, I hope your turkey goes well and that you have a great New Year's.
You too.
Bye. We'll see you next year. That old joke.
Make sure to check out Mark's other YouTube channel, The Fart of Barbecue.
There you go. Finally. Hey, there is Coverville this week, turns out.
There is.
And it's a
I
big one.
I recorded it last week, but I'm editing it today and putting it up on the site.
Ooh.
It is the 20 best covers of 2020, one of which you've heard and you loved.
Oh, I do love that.
Shins cover.
I keep playing it all the time, and everyone's sick of me here, but I don't care because that's how much I like it. And the fact that thing's not on Spotify yet, it's not on Apple Music, it's not anywhere that people can readily get it, and it bums me out because that's stupid. It's so good. It's my favorite cover of that song.
It's such a good cover, yeah, and it electronicizes it a little bit, and it just adds just enough to make it different and still keeping the feel of the original.
I went and listened to some of her other stuff, and it's a little too on the sort of pop diva side of things.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, which is weird because I don't think that song is representative of that at all. But yeah, it's good. So we won't spoil it too much because you guys want to hear it on Coverville. Go check it out. That's today when you're all done posting it. It'll be up.
That's right. Exactly right.
Chat room asked about my T-shirt. What does this say? The original Vans 1966. Oh, that's the year Vans were created. No, we all love Vans shoes in this house and in this family. It's just also fun that the grandkid is called Van. So that's all that is. Oh, jerky. Brian, jerky.
Yeah, I put it in the show notes.
I like to eat. Good, because I like to also eat.
I still have H&S
Yeah.
or SNH, depending on if you look at the bag reversed or not, and garlic pepper. And you said Nick ate your Cajun and your garlic pepper, so all you have is the
So
sweet
all I
and
have
hot?
left right now is I'm just making
Sweet
sure.
and hot.
Am I reading this right? Hold on. Oh, it's backwards. Sweet and hot. I was reading toe and toes. Yeah, so
Cool.
sweet and hot is what I've got left here.
Excellent. You know what? Morrow Prime. So far, I've liked everything I've tasted, and I haven't had the garlic pepper yet. That one actually, I'm really excited to try because I love that flavor. You know what? Do me a bag of garlic pepper, not black pepper, but garlic pepper.
Garlic pepper.
He's offering to send us a whole bag of one of the flavors, whichever one we like most.
All right.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be sweet and hot because I really like both of those things.
I'm eating it now. I did get a tiny bit of the Cajun the other day, which I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is good too. They're all good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
These are all good. Morrow Prime, you're my favorite Transformer, and you make great jerky. This is fantastic. Oh, man. I don't know which one I want. All right, I'll call it. I want Cajun. That way Kimmel wants some because she likes Cajun things.
There you go. This is good.
Yeah, jerky.
I accidentally ate a bit off more than I could chew.
You know, there's a jerky diet. I read about this the other day. Hold on.
Really?
Yeah, the beef jerky diet. Here we go. Losing weight and toning muscles can be one of the most difficult challenges we face in our daily lives. What foods are good, what are bad? Beef jerky healthy? The healthy benefits of jerky are numerous. Most traditional jerky is made from solid strips of steak that they've had the fat removed. Lean meat means that you can add good energy-filled nutrition with around 2 to 3 grams of fat per bag.
Wow. Okay.
4 days a week, eat jerky for 3 days, and there's a whole thing. I feel like you would die. I feel like you would die, right?
Hatch for short says that's the keto.
Is that the keto diet? Because this one
Keto.
claims it's a jerky diet. See, here's the other thing I noticed about keto people. All right, is it keto or keto? First of all, keto.
I think it's keto
because it's ketosis, right? Not ketosis. Anyway.
Oh, really? I didn't know where it came from.
Yeah, because you're trying to put your body into ketosis mode, which is like a fat burning and whatever.
I really should stop eating this, so I'm going to stop eating and listen to you.
But here's what I've learned. Keto people don't agree on anything. Like, if you run into 2 keto people, they will have very different opinions about how the whole damn thing's supposed to work. So my luck with keto people has been poor. None of them agree on anything. So I don't know who to believe. All right? So that's all I'm saying. You really look.
They all agree on how to pronounce it, though. Apparently,
yeah, that's the truth.
Keto.
They all agree on that. But Icor even says, "No, we don't. You're right. You don't. You don't agree. None of you." Claire Gack says keto is horrible. Others will say it's the greatest thing in the world. Others will say you're only supposed to do it for 3 months, and the others will say no, it's a lifetime commitment. Get together, have a Zoom call, and decide what the hell you're all doing, keto people.
Right, keto people.
All right, moving on. I had a brother-in-law who lost like 50 pounds on keto and then gained it all back.
Oh, really? Bummer.
Went real well for him. That's it. That's the show. Great thing to end it on with some jerky in our hearts. Literally, I think that's where jerky goes, straight to your heart. And we'll be back Friday morning, 9 a.m. for some Playdate time. We're going to play a bunch of games of Among Us. And
that's right.
Neither of us really know what we're doing, so
no.
Be kind, because we don't know.
That's right, exactly.
We really
I
don't
do have it installed on my PC. I'll try and do the pass.
Oh, sweet.
The Steam Pass today.
Yeah. That thing works really easy, so should be no problem.
Cool.
Just test it out.
Cool.
In the meantime, big thanks to everybody who supported us in this year. If you're looking to 2021 and hoping to keep TMS alive, there's one way to do it. Head on over to patreon.com/TMS and contribute today. You will get bonus episode content every day and other stuff. It's all laid out there in very simple terms. Go check it out. Again, that's patreon.com/TMS. And for everything else, our email accounts, our Twitter stuff, our all of it, Reddit page, all of it is at frogpants.com frogpants.tv/TMS. And now a song request from Brian Ibbett.
The last song request of the year, Scott.
What?
This is it.
Oh.
This is the final banana.
All right.
6 years ago today, writes Ryan, I requested this song as I was planning on proposing to my girlfriend, Angela, and hoping she'd say yes. Well, I'm happy to report that she did indeed say yes. And a year later, on the same day, we were married. So 5 years later, we're still going strong and happy as ever. Happy 5th anniversary time to my amazing wife, and thank you for all that you do. Signed, Ryan. This is a song that I think is near and dear to Scott's heart as well. Originally done by Journey, covered here by Matt the Electrician. Here is Faithfully.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, here's that. We'll see you guys on Friday for the live stream. Again, 9 a.m. Mountain Time at frogpants.tv. And then we'll be back doing shows in the year 2021 starting on Monday. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com. Look, listen, keto people.